What happens when a Maoist tech millionaire falls in love with a far-left radical activist? Instead of an epic love story, we get foreign influence,
global web of Chinese propaganda,
which is allegedly operating across the globe,
chaos,
we need to get what is doing,
and destabilization.
Fuck you! Shame on you!
Meet the most influential power couple you've never heard of.
Who exactly is this man, and how exactly was he executing it?
Meet the Singhams. At a star-studded 2017 destination wedding, Neville Singham and Jodie Evans bound themselves in unholy matrimony to the enemies of the West. The bride, director of protest movement Code Pink, has a long history in extremist left-wing public activism. The groom, though a multi-millionaire software mogul, is a radical Maoist who cut his teeth affiliating with various radical Marxist-Leninist groups in Detroit. But why should we care about the eccentricities of a far-left millionaire and his activist wife? Because they are marshalling their considerable resources and networks to do the bidding of some of the most anti-Western forces on Earth, and to cause chaos around the world. Neville Singham has been under regular investigation since the 1970s for activity in groups engaged in activities inimical to the US. In the same year that Singham married Evans, he sold his $785 million software enterprise and started to funnel his fortune through a network of shell companies, non-profit organizations, and news networks aligned with the couple's extremist interests. But this so-called social activism intersects with foreign political interference. And now, their ties to the Communist Party have spurred investigations across the globe, from New Delhi to Washington. Singham shares his Shanghai office with the Chinese Communist Party's Marku Group. Marku embodies the CCP policy of smokeless war, that is, the use of activism to promote Chinese interests abroad. At last, the extent of these efforts is becoming known. Donations through Singham's foundations are part of the crucial effort of the Chinese regime to Trojan horse chaos and destabilization into America through what they hope will present as organic American protests and activities. Singham has been hard at work at the destabilization game. His efforts are in fact fueling and sustaining shadowy and widespread anti-American and anti-Israeli disinformation networks. The People's Forum, a foundation patronized by Singham, has been organizing many of the radical pro-Palestinian rallies that have erupted across the West. It has also recently been revealed that Singham's operatives have been working at American universities. Secretary of State Marco Rubio issued a warning. "I have been warned of efforts by Communist China to sow discord in the United States, including Neville Singham's role in it." Meanwhile, Singham's wife, Jodie Evans, is the founder of Code Pink.
Fuck you! Shame on you!
I don't want to live in a country like this.
While claiming to be anti-war, Code Pink has not only networked with and advocated for terrorist groups like Hamas, but frequently runs cover for the human rights abuses of the Chinese Communist Party.
Pink is it in China. Everywhere you go, there's pink. It's very popular, so Code Pink feels very at home in China.
US tech mogul
Neville Singham.
Of course, Neville Singham, who's a global web of Chinese propaganda.
In India, a country with a fraught relationship with China in its own right, Singham stands accused of spreading Chinese propaganda by bankrolling news outlets like NewsClick and Breakthrough News, which have run afoul of Indian authorities and charge as purveyors of Chinese and Russian propaganda. Their broader coalition of outlets, called the International People's Media Network, target not only India and the US, but Latin America, the Middle East, and Africa as well, with stories crafted to convey their anti-Western agenda. Investigations into Singham's decades-long use of funds to sow disorder and misinformation are now underway both in India and the USA. We've heard about other influence operations trying to destabilize the West. Qatar's billions poured into American universities, Russian troll farms, Iranian influence operations in pro-Palestinian radical groups. But Singham and his dangerous CCP partners should be equally scrutinized, as they might in fact have the widest reach. As we witness the escalating polarization of our society, we are finally ready to realize that the West is falling victim to one of the most successful foreign psyops operations in history. We must protect the West from Neville Singham and his shadowy network of radicals. The honeymoon needs to end for this Maoist power couple.